Alrighty, so I'm Tom from Waterwise Botanicals, and this is kind of a little addendum to some of our nutrient and fertilizer talks and teaching that we're going over. Julie, who's here with me and who's holding the camera, asked me about the compost piles that I said get really hot, up to 160 degrees, which, by the way, 160 degrees is the terminal living temperature. After that, the little organisms that live in a compost pile die. It gets so hot that they die. So it doesn't really get hotter than that temperature. But she goes, well, is it the fertilizer that gets hot? Like, if you drink this stuff, this is fish emulsion. If you drink this stuff, not only would it be kind of rich in ingredients, but it would be hot. No, the heat comes from little bodies. You see, we have human bodies, and our human bodies run a temperature of 98.6 degrees. Well, what produces that heat? Well, our bodies are made up of billions of individual cells, and those cells are supplied with food, just like a compost pile is supplied with food, which are nutrients, and those cells then are like little engines, like the engines in a truck or a car, and when that engine is running, it produces heat. You put the gasoline in it, the gasoline makes things run, and it produces heat. You put a sandwich in this body runs, and it produces heat. Well, this actually works on an individual microscopic cellular level also, because just like we have billions of living cells in our body, there are billions and trillions of living cells in a giant compost pile. And so they're in there feeding. They're feeding on the plant ingredients like cellulose and different ingredients like that, and also nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus and potassium. And as they feed on that, they live. And the process of them living and metabolizing and being who they are, each individual little cell produces a tiny little bit of heat. And when you put so many of them together in a compost pile, they're all producing heat in their life cycle. Their little engines are running and it's getting warm. And that's how a compost pile gets warm or even hot. In fact, we thought it would be kind of cool to just open up a compost spa here at Waterwise Botanicals, where we'll dig human body-sized holes in our piles, and then people could just snuggle into there and feel the moist, composting, warm, up to 160 degree temperature heat and relax in that. No, I don't think that would work. But that's how things do work. And so now you know how a compost pile works, why it gets warm, why it gets hot, and you have all of these little microorganisms telling you to come to Waterwise Botanicals and see the soil composting process yourself. If you come here, you can watch when they dig in with the tractor, big clouds of steam come out. And it's that heat that's generated by these little organisms living just like you and I do. And that's the story of body heat and nutrients and compost in our soils. And I'm Tom for WaterwiseBotanicals.com.